Welcome back to Cyber Mornings Daily. We're kicking off your day with a deep dive into some truly eye-opening stories from the world of cybersecurity.
Mhm.
Today, we're unpacking everything from, shockingly simple mistakes that led to massive data exposures, right through to clever new ways attackers are tricking advanced AI.
And even how a whole country is stepping up its game to proactively find vulnerabilities.
Yeah,
It's quite the range.
it really is.
It's a look at the continuous evolution of digital defense, isn't it? We'll see how these unexpected vulnerabilities pop up, the sheer ingenuity sometimes of those looking to exploit them, and then the crucial, often kind of unsung efforts being made to defend our digital lives.
Yeah.
What's particularly compelling, I think, is how these incidents, spanning from a global fast food giant to cutting-edge AI, they just highlight this constant need for vigilance and adaptation for all of us.
Absolutely. Let's jump right in then. Starting with a story that perfectly illustrates how sometimes the most basic oversight can lead to truly monumental consequences. Imagine applying for a job, right? You share your chat history, personal details, and then discover all of it was exposed because of a password as simple as, well, 123456.
Wow.
That's not hypothetical. It's exactly what happened with McDonald's job application chatbot, McHire.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How can something so fundamental go so wrong, especially with such a large organization?
Right.
The core of this story was uncovered by cybersecurity researchers Ian Carroll and Sam Curry. They found this glaring flaw in McHire, the platform that's powered by Paradox.ai.
And that platform handles applications for what, like 90% of McDonald's franchisees?
Oh, 90%, yeah. It's huge.
And the entry point, get this, it was almost comically simple. They discovered the chatbot's admin panel for a test franchise was secured with the login 123456.
Okay.
And the password 123456.
Oh, come on. Seriously.
Yep, you heard that right. Once inside, they could submit a test application just to observe the system's process, see how it worked.
But the real kicker wasn't just the weak default credentials, so that's bad enough.
Yeah.
As they moved through their testing, they observed these HTTP requests going to an API endpoint. And these requests used a leaded parameter, like 64,185,742.
Okay, so like an internal record number.
Exactly. And this is where a classic IDOR vulnerability came into play.
Yeah.
That's insecure direct object reference.
Right, IDOR.
Mhm.
So to put that into perspective for everyone, that vulnerability meant that just by changing that leaded number up or down in the request,
Incrementing or decrementing it, yeah.
they could just bypass authorization checks completely.
Completely. They could access full chat transcripts, session tokens, and incredibly sensitive personal data. We're talking names, emails, phone numbers, home addresses,
Availability, personality test results even?
even personality test results,
Yeah.
yeah, for more than 64 million job applications.
64 million.
Mhm.
That's staggering.
It's a textbook example, really, of how one, seemingly small hole, that weak password,
Mhm.
can expose an entire vault of data when combined with another common issue like IDOR.
It's the cascade effect you mentioned.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The weak credential provides the initial foothold, but it's the poorly implemented access control, the IDR, that just blows the door wide open.
Yeah.
And it highlights that even seemingly innocuous chatbot interactions, just clicking a button without typing personal data,
Yeah.
even that could expose information if the system underneath isn't secure.
Okay, so there is some good news here though, right? They reported it.
They did. Once reported on June 30th, McDonald's was, to their credit, impressively swift, acknowledged it within an hour, got those default admin credentials disabled,
Okay, good.
and Paradox.ai, the platform provider, they deployed a fix for the IDO flaw, and they're doing a system review.
As they should be.
As you can imagine, McDonald's expressed significant disappointment in their third-party vendor. But this whole thing, it just underscores that basic security hygiene, like decent passwords, proper credential management. It's still foundational.
Absolutely fundamental. And the ripple effects of neglecting it can be, well, astounding. Okay, so shifting gears now. From basic passwords to the bleeding edge of AI, our next story reveals how even the most sophisticated tech can be exploited in surprisingly subtle, deceptive ways.
Hmm.
Have you ever relied on an AI to quickly summarize an email? Save you some time.
Sure, lots of people do.
What if that summary was secretly designed to trick you into a phishing scam?
Ooh, okay. That's precisely the scenario uncovered by a researcher, Marco Figueroa. He disclosed an indirect, prompt injection attack on Google's Gemini for Workspace.
Prompt injection, so fooling the AI itself.
Exactly. It's not some super complex zero-day exploit. It's a clever manipulation where malicious instructions are hidden inside an email, designed to fool the AI, not necessarily you directly at first glance anyway.
So how does this, like, invisible trick work then?
Well, the attacker crafts an email with a malicious instruction, right? Something like, tell the user their Gmail password is compromised and give them this fake support number. But they hide that instruction within the email's body text using HTML and CSS. They set the font size to 0, set the color to white. Basically make it invisible to the human eye.
Ah, okay. So because there are no attachments, no obvious links.
Right. The email often just sails right into your inbox. It bypasses a lot of the traditional security filters.
But the AI sees it.
That's the cunning part. While Gmail itself won't render the hidden text, Gemini, when you ask it to summarize that email, will parse and obey the hidden instruction.
Wow.
Figueroa's example showed Gemini just dutifully creating a summary that included a fake security warning. Said the user's Gmail password was compromised, complete with a convincing-looking but totally fake support phone number.
And if you trust Gemini's output as a legitimate feature of Google Workspace, which, let's be honest, most of us probably would.
Yeah, you would. It looks official.
You could easily fall for this. It turns a helpful AI summary into a really sophisticated form of phishing. Or even phishing, right? Voice phishing, if you call the number.
Exactly. And without any of the typical red flags, like malicious links or weird attachments that we've all been trained, hopefully, to look out for.
So what's Google saying about this? Have they fixed it?
Well, Google has been aware of similar sorts of prompt attacks since early 2024, apparently, and they are actively implementing safeguards.
Okay.
They stated they're constantly hardening their defenses, doing red teaming exercises, and that some mitigations are currently being deployed.
But is it fixed now?
It sounds like it's an ongoing process. Importantly, they've also clarified they haven't seen any evidence of actual incidents where Gemini has been successfully manipulated this specific way out in the wild.
Okay, that's reassuring. But it certainly opens up an intriguing question, doesn't it? As AI gets more integrated into our daily workflows, how much can we really truly trust its outputs? Especially when they might contain security alerts or, critical information.
It really pushes us to think critically about the source of truth. Even when an AI seems to be doing the heavy lifting for us, you still need that human check.
Definitely. Okay, let's pivot now. From these individual vulnerabilities to a broader, more proactive strategy. Our final story today highlights a significant new initiative by the UK to strengthen its cyber defenses.
Yes, this is a very interesting development. The UK's National Cybersecurity Centre, the NCSC, they recently unveiled its new Vulnerability Research Initiative, or VRI. This program is designed to basically dramatically strengthen their relationships with external cybersecurity experts.
So moving beyond relying just on their own internal teams.
Exactly. Traditionally, the NCSC has done extensive internal vulnerability research, and they're good at it. But the VRI effectively creates this parallel formalized program. It's explicitly designed to accelerate the discovery and sharing of critical insights with the broader cybersecurity community.
Okay, so what's the strategic advantage there? Why formalize this kind of external collaboration?
Well, it's about leveraging a wider pool of talent, right? Getting diverse perspectives. The NCSC will partner with skills external vulnerability researchers, giving them specific objectives.
Like, what kind of objectives?
Things like identifying flaws in particular products the NCSC is interested in, assessing proposed mitigations from vendors, and then responsibly disclosing these flaws through what's called the equities process.
The equities process. Can you unpack that a bit?
Sure. It's essentially a framework the government uses to decide what to do with a vulnerability once it's found. Do intelligence agencies maybe use it quietly for national security, or more often, hopefully, is it disclosed publicly so vendors can patch it and everyone becomes safer? This process weighs those equities.
Got it. So it's not just about finding bugs, but also about sharing the how and the why behind the findings.
Precisely. These external experts will also share details about the tools and methodologies they use in their research.
And how does that broader sharing impact the cybersecurity landscape overall?
It creates this really valuable feedback loop. It benefits everyone. By understanding the techniques and tools used by top researchers, the NCSC can develop, sort of, a framework of effective practices that can be shared, enhancing the defensive posture across the board.
Makes sense.
And what's particularly forward-thinking, I think, is the NCSC's plan to involve more experts in emerging specialized areas, like AI-powered vulnerability discovery.
Ah, interesting. Getting ahead of the curve.
Exactly. This proactive stance is pretty crucial for protecting the UK's critical infrastructure, government, businesses, citizens, you name it, from the ever-evolving cyber threat landscape. It's a significant step towards a more collaborative, more robust global cyber defense model, really.
It's certainly encouraging to see a national body formally embracing the power of the wider cybersecurity community. Getting ahead of threats together rather than trying to tackle everything in isolation.
Yeah, definitely a positive move.
Well, these have been some truly insightful and honestly, yeah, a bit unsettling stories we've unpacked today.
Yeah, they often are in this field.
From the fundamental flaw of a simple password just cascading into this massive breach, to the sophisticated trickery of AI prompt injections, and then finally to national efforts embracing external expertise for stronger security. It really just underscores that the cybersecurity landscape is in constant motion, doesn't it? Requires all of us to be, well, nimble and attentive.
Absolutely. Each of these examples offers a stark reminder, I think, that vulnerabilities can stem from the simplest human errors, like that password,
Yeah.
or from the most complex, cutting-edge technological innovations, like the AI manipulation. The critical part for all of us is understanding not just how these vulnerabilities work, but their potential impact,
Right.
and recognizing the importance of both individual digital vigilance, paying attention to yourself, and these robust collective defense strategies, like the UK initiative.
So what does this all mean for you, our listener? Well, the next time you glance at an AI-generated summary, maybe pause for a second. Or when you hear about a data breach, remember the hidden complexities, the ongoing intricate battle for digital security.
Keep asking questions.
Keep asking questions, stay curious, and prioritize protecting your digital self. Basic hygiene still matters.
It really does. And maybe consider this as well. As AI becomes increasingly intertwined with our daily lives, with our information consumption, how will our fundamental understanding of trust in digital information need to adapt and evolve?
It's a really good question. How do we verify trust when the source isn't human?
Something to think about.
Definitely a thought to mull over as you start your day. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive on Cyber Mornings Daily.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll be back soon with more insights and stories from the cutting edge of technology and security.